Good day, friends. No time for faffing tonight because I'm losing my light, so we're going to go straight in with a new project. PRS Bernie Marsden. Says it on it. I was thinking, what's his name? That Bernie bloke, he's played for Whitesnake. What's his name? Bernie Sanders? Bernie Sanders? Not Bernie Sanders. Did he make chicken or something? What a beautiful guitar. How great are these? Just come in for a regular setup. Not too heavy, this. Just coming for a regular setup, but look at the state of that nut. Pathetic. We're going to tidy that nut up. We're going to file it all down, get it all shaved off. Give this a regular setup. We're going to check the frets. Blah, 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 blah. I think I did check the frets when the owner was here, and I more or less ascertained that they shouldn't need any levelling. If they did, what's a 25? Going with a 25.5 inch scale, thinking it's a Gibson. It's not a Gibson at all. 25 inch scale on these things, 25 inches on a PRS. Some may also have a 24.5, I believe, but don't quote me on that. It's going to be a 25, see where we are. That's not a 25. Well, crikey me, it's going to be 24.5, isn't it? Hang on, have I got this wrong way around? Bear with me a second. It's definitely not a 24 either. Stay there. Well, that's going to be a video long-winded. 24.5. Crikey, here we go. It's a 24.5. Why do we faff about with scales? It's a 24.5 inch scale. So PRS guitars have a 25 or a 24.5. It's a 24.5. A little bit of relief in that neck, so I'll get the strings off. We'll get the fret rocker on there, see if any frets need any work. They shouldn't do. I've been informed that the electrics are absolutely fine. One thing I do not like about these guitars, and that is these horrible bridges, because intonation is already set, and all you can do is move it all forwards or all backwards, whichever way. I don't think we're going to get the intonation bang on there. You've got to do, it's like the 3-barreled Telecasters. You can only get it pretty close, and you have to settle for an intermediate kind of setting. 6 strings, 6 saddles. Do it right. That's me. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'm going to check the intonation and everything, get it as close as I can as we are. We do get to wrap the strings around, which some people like. I particularly don't, because you've got to put a string in that way to get it that way, and it's just faffing about. What's wrong with you? You don't need to top wrap. Other crap people come out with. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to crack on, see what needs doing, check the frets, and I will come back if there are any problems with this guitar. I will come back and let you know what they are. But first I'm going to have it plugged in. I'm going to check the intonation, check the action. Going to replace the strings with some Ernie Ball 942s, Super Slinkies. I've already got it set out, look. Blah, 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 blah. Should not be anything untoward with this guitar. The biggest job is going to be cutting the nut, for which I'm going to charge a little bit extra because I've got to file it right down. The owner's been round. We sat for an hour and a half. We had a good chat. I know his recommendations. I know what he likes. I know how he likes his action set. And he does have his action pretty low. I think I measured this the other day at just about 1.5 millimeters above the 12th fret, which is pretty good. If we can get anywhere around there without any fret buzz, I will be quite pleased. So I'm going to crack on. I doubt I'll film any more of this tonight because, well, it's only 8 PM, but we're just starting to lose the light a little bit, and I don't have a great light in this room. It tends to go a little bit orange using these kind of bulbs. They're only like 120 watt bulbs. Remember the old days, you used to get 150 watt, 180 watt bulbs. Your normal ones, your bayonet ones and that. Can't seem to get them anymore, so I have to settle for a bit less. But anyway, going to crack on. Check back later. Oh, I'll tell you what a surprise. I totally take back what I said about this bridge. I have just checked the intonation. Well, I've tuned my guitar in first, checked the intonation, and the intonation is absolutely bang on. So, looks like PRS actually researched this and got it right. So I take back my nasty words. Fantastic news. So that's it now. Check the intonation, got the tuning right, that's good. I'm going to check the slots in the nut, see how high or low the slots are. Well, the slots are high. I'm going to cut the slots for the strings, above the first fret. Make sure we've got a nice low action there. And once that's done, I can remove the strings, I can recut the nut, and we can get any frets that need leveling, we can get them leveled. So all good. I will come back, like I said, as promised, with an update if we have any major problems. Welcome back, friends. This PRS Bernie Marsden, it is going to need a fret level, and at the moment I have the notched straight edge across the fingerboard, because I've got the fingerboard straight and I have a luminous light behind that, and I'm going to move the camera and I'm going to show you how straight we have a neck. It is not 100% perfectly straight, but we never get a neck 100% perfectly straight, but I'm going to show that it is as straight as we can possibly get it. So I'll try and keep the camera on the guitar, and there you go. There you see the neck, the guitar with straight edge, and there's a tiny bit of light showing, but I can't really get that neck any straighter than that. I could possibly give it one tweak on the truss rod. Wait one moment. That is as straight as I can get it. Any more turns on the truss rod and these ends this stops dipping down at this end and at this end. So that is what we call a straight neck. Now what I'm going to put the camera back, and I'm going to run across all of these frets with a fret rocker. There are no less than 12 frets that need attention, so I've no choice but to level the whole lot in one go. Any more than 5 frets, as I've always explained, you're not going to be able to do them. Turn this light off. You're not going to be able to do any more than 5 frets by hand. In fact, even 5 frets sometimes you can't do them by hand, because once you alter one fret, it's going to alter the frets around it also. Say for instance I've got 3 frets in line and the middle one's high. Follow the middle one until it's level, then the ones on each side of the next 2 frets are going to probably be lower or higher. So it's always best to skim across a lot. When you get to anything above 5, I always try and do 5 by doing it by hand, and you get mixed results, and most times you can get it right, but a couple of times you have to do the whole lot. Once you get something like this, 12 frets need doing, you have no choice but to do the lot. I've already removed the nut from a guitar, which wasn't super easy because it was glued. I had too much glue on these things. It did cause a little chip on the edge of the paintwork, which goes, luckily it goes underneath the truss rod cover, so no big problem there. I've glued it back in anyway. Sometimes very difficult to remove these PRS nuts. Sometimes they are glued in. We use too much glue, and it's super glue, and it's not easy to remove. I actually got a result getting it out pretty cleanly, as I did. I'll show you the area that is damaged in a moment. You won't notice it. Absolutely nothing to see there, so that will be okay. Like I say, I'm going to move the camera. Now you've got to have a keen ear here, because you're going to listen for rock. I've marked all 12 frets that need attention. Let's just go this way, just get somewhere near the middle. There you go, it's not too bad. Keep going whizzing there. And that is not too bad, I don't think. There you go, we're in. I've marked off all 12 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we've got listen here for the rock. Now we know how this works. 3 sides, all different lengths, 4 different lengths, and what we do is we do 3 at a time until we get to this end. We turn it that way. So listen for the rock. First fret will be fine. I've already checked all these. Now here we go. Rock in there, rock in there. Next fret. Can you hear that? Rock in there, rock in there. Next fret, rock in. You only need a tiny amount for it to rock. Next fret's okay. So far I've got 1, 2, 3 frets. This one, that's 4 frets. This one's fine. This one back was fine as well. So that's 4, yeah. 5. This one's okay. Next Next one's okay. Hang on. This one. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next one's fine. This one, 11. Next one, okay there, but here, 12. So there you go, we have 12 frets uneven. Excuse me. So the only choice we've got is to go and skim across the lot with a levelling beam. This is 240 grit paper, which is what I'll be using. On the other side is 400 grit. I'll actually be changing the paper on this before I do the work because it needs changing. And we will go across the whole of the fingerboard, doing forward and backward motion until we've got all the frets level. Once they are level, the frets will then be flat. We then have to put that arc or that crown back in each fret. So we're doing, that's it. Like that, I'll be using that. I'll be using crown and foster. You know how it all works. I've just done this little video just to show to the owner of the guitar that this work needs doing. Because, you know, we thought we might just get away with a normal setup. I didn't know the frets were as bad as this. So I shall contact the owner of the guitar, let him know why it needs a fret level. Once he has commented the work, I will come back later and give you an update.